Hello, my amazing students. How are you today? I hope that you are pretty cool. Today I'm from India. Or something like that. Excellent. Oh, sorry, I have a little dog here. Okay, my dear ones. Yes, I'm taking care of dog today. But doesn't matter because we are going to be learning a lot about this. The topics that we are going to be having for today are going to be pretty easy. I believe. We are almost finishing. I cannot believe it. But well, we are going to be working with this, and also we are going to be having other kind of activities that are going to be pretty useful for us. Okay, so let's start with this. Let me share with you my PowerPoint presentation. Yes, here it is. Excellent. Okay, beautifuls. Let's start with this that I have here for you. I hope that you are pretty fine. Oh, I feel so sorry because I didn't have the opportunity to be with you during this past Saturday, but promise that this Saturday, yes, indeed, we are going to be working together. First God. Okay, beautifuls and handsomes, let's start with this. First of all, hey there, hello there. I hope that you are pretty fine today. But also, let me show you this that I have here for you. That is going to be super duper easy. Excellent. As I was telling you, we are going to be practicing a lot, and we are going to be practicing reading today, okay? For that reason, let's continue with it. First of all, I'm going to be giving you the topic, and then you are going to be having the reading and writing exercises that are going to be pretty cool. Okay, this is going to be our prerogative for these days. Learn something new every day. And for that reason, we are going to be having this. Here we go. Here we go. Excellent. Learn something new every day. What are we going to be learning today? We are going to be having this one. Let's continue with this. Ready, set, and go. Speaking time. First of all, let's continue with our speaking time, okay? And for that reason, I'm going to be giving you these examples. What are we going to do? Okay, this is going to be for 2 minutes, okay? I'm going to be having only one question with you, and the rest is going to be for you as a homework. Excellent. We are going to spin the roulette, and for 2 minutes, you are going to be talking about this, okay? For example, we are going to be clicking on this. And whenever you want to say stop, we are going to say stop. I want to travel, but what can you be telling me about this? I want to travel, but what? But what? During 2 minutes, you need to be talking about that. I want to travel, but I don't have the time because I am studying. You need to invent. You need to invent. Even if you have the time of the money, you need to be trying to answer to that question. Okay, that was the first one. Let's try with another one. Remember, for 2 minutes. Why? I know that I'm not in front of you listening what you are saying, but at least let me tell you that if you practice with certain topics that somebody else used to give you, it's going to be easier for you to do this kind of things. And remember that we should be trying to speak in English almost all the time. almost every day in order to increase this skill that we are going to be having. Okay, very good. Let's continue with these things that I have here for you. Let's try with another one. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Stop! I am the queen of the world. I am the queen of the world. What can I be saying about that? I am the king of the world and I would like to create new job opportunities, whatever you want. No, or I am the queen of the world. So I have the power to change the government, whatever you want, okay? But you need to be inventing and creating a very awesome and long answer for each situation that you have here. Okay, for 2 minutes. Hey, very good. Or for example, we are going to be having another one. Ooh, stop. I want to travel, but oh my goodness, that is going to be the same. Boo! But it's okay. Let's continue. I remember that during the last class, we were talking about past perfect. Do you remember that? That we were having the opportunity to be talking about different situations, but also checking this, and we were saying, no, that it's easy. There's no problem with this and with that. But now we are going to continue with that situation, but with other things. We are going to be learning 2 topics for today that I believe that if you don't know them, they are going to be super easy for you. And if you know them, oh, we are going to be reviewing them. So we were talking about past perfect, and we were mentioning that, oh, that was going to be like getting into a wormhole because of the situation that it's supposed that the past perfect is before the past. This was happening before the past, and it was like, what? Yes, I know, strange, but it's truth. I know it. Now, let me show you this. We were talking about that because sometimes you used to ask me, but teacher, really we are going to be making use of these tenses? Nah, that's going to be great. Well, let's continue. Past perfect tense. Well, remember that it is used for the past action already finished when another past action happened. For example, after the film had started, we arrived. This was happening before the past. I had never seen him for 5 days. For the past action that started in the past and continued up a given time in the past. Or I have another examples here. We wish we hadn't eaten so much. For unreal or imaginary things, wishes in the past. And you already know this because we were talking about this different the conditionals, right? And also in report speech, after verb like said, told, asked, and so on. What do you think? Easy or difficult? She said she had sung. That is a report speech. That's good. Now, as we were talking about this, we are going to continue with this other. And we were having different examples. Oh, had you finished when I called you yesterday? Sure, I had. I had been working for 6 hours straight. Ooh, that's good. That's excellent. Now, we were practicing with this. Let me show you other thing or other situation that I have here. past perfect continuous. And then we are going to be practicing with these two together. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Past perfect continuous. What is a past perfect continuous? Well, past perfect progressive or continuous in English grammar. Here you are going to be having this, the past perfect progressive or continuous. Also, past perfect continuous, as I was telling you, is used for actions that were in progress shortly before a past time. And in order to emphasize the process of past actions, how we are going to be forming this with had, been, and ing. We are going to be having here this one, okay? For example, past perfect continuous. What is it? Okay, it is going to be indicating a past action which started in the past and continued to happen another action and time in the past. Okay, for example, you have here, you had been running. So it started in the past, but it haven't finished, for example. Or you hadn't been running. Had you been running? Ooh, that is going to be the situation. Oh, he had been running. He hadn't been running. Had he been running? Ooh, past perfect continuous. Past perfect continuous, exactly. How we are going to be making use of this past perfect continuous tense? Well, this is going to be super duper easy. So, first of all, it is super important that we can know when we are going to be making use of this one. And well, remember that we are going to be making use of the past perfect continuous, not past perfect. When we want to express a past action already started and continued up to another action or time in the past. For example, he had been looking for the wallet for 2 hours. When Susan found it, él había estado buscando his wallet for 2 hours when Susan found it. Or also when we want to talk an event which finished just before another event in order to express the cause of the second event. What is that? The ground was wet. It had been raining all day, an event which finished before another passed. The ground was wet. It had been raining all day, And also in reported speech, they said it had been raining. They said it was raining. Can you see the difference? It's easy. The ground was wet. It had been raining. El piso está húmedo. La tierra está húmeda. Estuvo lloviendo todo el día. In the past. Había estado lloviendo all day. Oh, easy or difficult? So, right? So, we are going to, when do we use the past perfect progressive? So, depending the duration before something in the past, here we have an example. He had been waiting for an hour when the bus finally arrived. Or she had been working at the bank for 10 years before it closed forever. Ella había estado trabajando. Or, for example, with a cause of something in the past, he started exercising because he had been gaining weight. Or the roads were slippery because it had been snowing. But in the past. Third conditional, remember, well, actually, we are going to be talking about the conditionals. If it had been snowing, we would have gone skiing. If I had been paying attention in my class, I would have gotten an A. Oh, that is the third conditional. And in reporter speech, he said that Emily had been helping him study for the final exam. Or you told me that you had been saving money. There is where we are going to be making use of all these situations. What do you think? The most important thing here is that we can get the idea of when we are going to be making the past perfect progressive. And this is going to be the structure that we are going to be having with this. I've been speaking. Well, this is in present perfect, okay? The only thing that we are going to be doing is to change it into past perfect. You had, you'd, he'd. This is what we are going to be having. He'd been reading. That is in past perfect continuous. The same is going to be having here. Here is in present in order that you can see the difference. And now that you know the contractions and that we are going to be having had in each or in every personal pronoun or subject pronoun, when you want to say that, no, what we are going to be doing is this. I had not or I hadn't been going to the cinema because it's too expensive, for example, and you say, okay, come on, very well. Or he had not or he hadn't been washing the clothes because there is no water, for example. And that is going to be the situation that we are going to be having here. Subject plus had not been and your ing. What do you think? Easy or difficult? But it's the same that the present perfect continuous, but now in past. And what we are going to be using is this had. That's it. What do you think? What do you think? It is exactly the same. Well, let me show you this. What we were saying. And if you want to make a question, let's say by to have and has and have, and what we are going to be using is had. Had I been reading this book? Had my sister been eating so much when she was depressed, for example? That is going to be the structure that we are going to be following here with past perfect continuous. It is the same that present perfect continuous, but as I was telling you, in past with had. Now past perfect continuous. Oh, it is the same. Sorry, I don't know what happened here. Had been, hadn't been, had been, ing. That's cool. What we were saying. But now, look at this. We are going to be having this situation. Past perfect continuous tense. Here you have this. The plumber had been fixing the water tape for 2 hours. The plumber had been fixing the water tape for 2 hours. What do you think? That is past perfect continuous. Or here I have another example. The boys had been playing soccer for about an hour when it started to rain. Ah, this was happening before and then the past came into this one. Past perfect continuous tense. Excellent. I believe that this is a super easy topic, but I don't know you. Remember that if you have questions or situations, let me know and I'm going to be helping you. This is, if you want to be comparing present perfect tense continuous with present perfect past perfect continuous, you can see the difference here. He has been sleeping for 5 hours. The kids have been playing since morning. Okay, how can you transform these two sentences into past perfect continuous? He had been sleeping for 5 hours till his mom came to wake him up. Or the kids had been playing since morning when it started to rain. Excellent. That was excellent. What do you think? Easy or difficult? And here we are going to be having this one. Excellent. So, W questions with this. Where had I been working? How long had you been sleeping? Very good. And what had she been reading? How long had he been watching TV? Can you see this one? What had we been drinking? Why had they been eating? These are going to be some questions with questions words. Can you see it? Where had I been working? It's in past perfect progressive. How could you be answering to this? Where had I been working? I had been working in Mexico City since I was 18, but something happened that I had to came to, I don't know, to Chihuahua. No, that's cool. How long had he been watching TV? And also, I have a poem here for you. Where had you been? It's past perfect. I was all alone. When you left me at the home, I thought you would be back soon, and it took it as boon. Now all the things I had seen, will you please explain me where had you been? Ah, that's cool. We are super romantics for today. Excellent. Well, we are going to be comparing past perfect and past perfect continuous, okay? So past perfect is going to be expressing a past action already finished with another past actions happen. For example, I met them after they had divorced each other. And with past continuous, we are going to be describing a past action which or that started in the past and continued. That is the clue. Continue to happen after another action or time in the past. For example, Sarah had been working here for 2 weeks when she had the accident. Oh, another one. If we want to emphasize the results of an activity in the past, for example, I had been to London twice by the time I got a job in New York. That is going to be past perfect, and we are emphasizing that situation. And if we want to emphasize the duration of an activity in the past, example, Richard needs a holiday because he had been working hard for 6 months. Ooh, look at this. Emphasizing the duration of an activity in the past. Or in past perfect, if we want to show 2 events in the past that are linked. I couldn't take my flight before I had forgotten my boarding pass. Or In past continuous, we are going to be showing the cause of a past action. Example, I had been traveling all night, so I was tired. Oh, those are going to be the differences that we are going to be having between past perfect and past continuous. Oops. Excellent. We formed the past perfect with had and past participle. And remember that we are going to be forming our past perfect continuous with had been plus ing. Okay. Here we have other examples. I met them after they had divorced each other, what we were having. Sarah had been working here for 2 weeks when she had the accident. The same, you can do it. It is not as difficult as we believe, I think, okay? Past perfect tense, we are going to be using it in order to express a past action already finished by when another past action happened. When she arrived, the bus has already left. And the past perfect continuous is, well, it is going to be used when you want to express a past action which started in the past and continued to happen after another action in the past or time in the past. Example, we had been looking for the wallet for 2 hours when Susan found it. Exactly what we were saying at the beginning. Past continuous tense. Don't worry about this. Look at these, the differences that we are going to be having. When I arrived, Lisa was reading a newspaper. What is the difference with the past perfect continuous? Oh, we had been looking for the wallet for 2 hours when Susan found it. It emphasizes the process of the action before the interruption. And it shows continuity and also the duration of the action. And as we know, the past continuous emphasizes what's happened when the interruption occurs, but it shows only continuity. That was the topic. What do you think about this? Easy or difficult? It is not so difficult, right? But the situation is that, yes, indeed, we need to be practicing in order to get the main idea about this. What do you think? If you have any question, any situation, let me know and we are going to be working with that. For that reason, let's start with this. We are going to be helping, well, you are going to be helping me with this exercise that I have here for you, and you are going to be helping me to choose the correct answer. For example, my dad smoking in the garage. What could it be? My dad smoking in the garage. Has, had been, or had been? École. My dad had been, ay, se me fue el bin. My dad had been smoking in the garage. If you use only had, it is going to be past. And a bad past because it is not going to be making sense. The printer working well. What could it be? The printer had not been working well. Excellent. Remember that if I have an ing, you need to be using had and been. Always. Excellent. Had the players playing by the rules? What could it be? Had the players been playing by the rules? She, I don't know what, expecting the worst. What could it be? She had been expecting the word. Yes, be careful. It is easy to get confused with this. She had been expecting the words, but it didn't happen. Very good. Number 5. Had the teachers before the strike, had the teachers before the strike, had the teachers been working before the strike? Very good. Number 6. Our pool pump running properly before the storm. Running properly before the storm. What do you think? Our pool pump hadn't been running properly before the storm. Uy. What do you think? Excellent. My sister's roommate was upset. She been waiting for an hour. She been waiting for an hour. She had been waiting for an hour. My sister's roommate was upset. No, is upset because this is going to be in past. My sister's roommate was upset. She been waiting for an hour. Number 8. I just heard about the accident. What could it be? Had the driver been working all night? Had the driver been working all night? Yes, he had. No, he hadn't. I just heard about the accident. Had the driver been working all night? Oh, or had the driving been working, or have the driver? Now, we were shocked to see her. Been expecting her. We were shocked to see her. We had not been expecting her. The thing is that here I have the contraction. We were shocked to see her. We hadn't, or we had not expecting her. And finally, I finally reached my mom. Here all day. Here all day. I finally reached my mom. I had been calling her or calling her all day ago. I finally reached my mom. I had been calling her all day. Let's check. What do we have? Oh, we cannot see the result. Yes, here it is on the end. No, nos ganaron. No podemos ver el resultado. But it's okay. We were practicing with this. What do you think? Easy or difficult? It is not so easy, difficult, right? For that reason, let me give you another exercise that is going to be super useful for you. Then we are going to continue with this that I have here. Excellent. Now, you are going to be helping me here. What do I have here? Okay, we are going to be ordering these sentences. So what could it be the first one? We have 5 movements. What could it be about calling his, her, had, mother, thinking, friends with? What do you think? Because you don't have capital letters here. I don't know, maybe. Her mother, her mother had been thinking about calling his friends. What do you think? Or her friends. Her friends podría ser. Ahora sí. Had been thinking about calling his mother. That could it be another one? Here. Ooh, this is going to be a question. What do we have here for a question? First of all, had. Excellent. You been waiting for the class to start? Past perfect continuous. What do we have here? We can do it. We can do it. The street training and had it been very hard, the hard wait for 2 hours. What will it be? The raining? No. It had been raining for, no, what could it be? For? It's a kind of difficult, you can do it. It had been raining very hard, could it be? Or what? Ooh, you can do it. What could it be? I already helped you with the first. It had been raining hard. You can more. What do you think? It had been raining hard for several hours and the streets are very wet. Obviously that we can do this. We can do it. What else? Ooh, what do you think about this exercise? For when open 5 with the door, 2 minutes, the bin the hat key trying found. Jane, could it be? Sure. What? We actually had been excellent trying to open the door for 5 minutes when Jane found the key. That is the past perfect continuous. My goodness, they are 10. But in this moment, obviously, we are going to be working only with 5, okay, in order to practice with this. Then if I'm going to be giving you these exercises in order that you can finish. So what can I have here? Being, got, lost, the, walking, in, had, when, she, street, hours, maybe, she, for. What could it be? Obviously, we are going to be having a subject What is this? Maybe she been got lost the walking in hat when streets for when no she. Why is not she taking? Maybe she's going to be together. Been walking is correct. She had, oh my God, been walking for hours. She had been walking for hours. Maybe she had been walking for hours. For hours. Or maybe she had been walking lost in the street. In the street. In the street. For hours when she got lost. Obviously that we can do it. Excellent. Well, what do you think? Is it difficult? It is not so difficult. We were trying here with different examples, but we can do it. So you are going to continue with the rest of the exercises, okay? Now, in order to continue with this, we are going to be having this. Wow, kind of difficult. Yeah, we were playing with that. Now, let me show you this. We are going to be talking about future perfect. Future perfect, yes. We are talking about perfect tenses and so on. I know, but it is necessary. Not that we were having fun with past perfect and past perfect continuous. We are going to continue with this tense that I have here for you. Future perfect. For example, we will have song. Oh, really? Does this exist? Yes, but let me explain you how we are going to be making use of this future perfect tense. We are going to be making use of future perfect tense when we want to describe the actions that will be finished by some specific time or date in the future. What? Yes, the future perfect tense is going to be used in order to describe the actions that will be finished by someone specific here, time or date in the future. Tell me that. Yes, I'm going to be telling you that. Future perfect tense. Excellent. What do we have here? By the time you read this, I will have sleep. Para cuando hayas o para cuando leas esto, I will have slept. Me habré dormido. I am not going to have finished this book by 11 o'clock. No voy a haber finalizado este libro hasta a las 11 p.m. That is a future perfect tense. For example, he will have retired by the time he is 80. As we were saying at the beginning, we are talking about actions that will be finished by someone at a specific time or date. He will have retired by the time he is 60. Él se habrá retirado cuando tenga 60. He will have retired by the time he is 60. Okay, here we have these ones. Future perfect tense. Then watch video and learn. I don't know how to speak in English. So we are going to be having future will have been plus your verb by. We are going to be making use here of active voice and passive voice. For example, by next Monday, Nick will have taken the examination. That is the active voice. Or in passive voice, we are going to be having by next Monday, the examination will have been taken by Nick. Remember that we were talking about active voice and passive voice. This is going to be depending on what you want to say. If we are going to be talking in active voice or if you are going to be talking in passive voice. But in each one of these, we are going to be having will have and your verb. You have been taken or so on. For example, I have this one. I will have probably fought with my brother by the end of the week. Probably fight brother end of the week. I will have probably fought with my brother by the end of the week. Ooh, what do you think? I will have probably fought with my brother by the end of 6. What do you think? This is super easy. Will have done. You are going to be making use of you. Will have and your past participle in active or passive voice as you want to be talking. This is what we are going to be having. He will not have done it by this evening, or will he have done it by this evening? This is the same structure that we have been following during different tenses. And remember, when we are going to be making use of future perfect, when we want to talk about an action that will finish before a certain time in the future, or if we are going to be talking about an action that will be completed before another event takes place, or in order to express conviction that something happened in the past. For example, this. By 8 o'clock tomorrow, I will have taken off for Japan. Or for example, she will have learned Chinese before she moves to China. Or the guest will have arrived at the hotel by now. What do you think about these examples? Easy or difficult? It is not so difficult, right? Here you have other examples. By next week, we'll have earned lots of money. Habremos ganado mucho dinero. I will have prepared breakfast by the time the children wake up. Yo habré preparado el desayuno para cuando se levanten los chavos, ¿no? The rain will have stopped by tomorrow. La lluvia habrá terminado mañana. They won't have been married by next year. Ellos no habían estado casados hasta el año pasado. Next year, hasta el siguiente año. No habrán estado casados hasta el siguiente año. By that time, I will have finished my homework. Para ese tiempo, habré terminado mi tarea. That is in affirmative. In negative, we have the same examples, but with not. He will not have received enough score by the summer, or they will not have been married by this year, or the rain will not have stopped by tomorrow. École, la lluvia no habrá terminado hasta mañana. And if you want to make a question, the first thing that we are going to be having is this will at the beginning, because remember that we are talking about will. Future. Will he have finished his work by 5 o'clock? Will they have sent an email until tomorrow? Will people's life have changed by 10 years' lives? Will we have arrived in China by the next week? Will the concert have started by 20 minutes? Bye, 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 bye. Bye is going to be one of the most important words that we are going to be having. And here you have other examples. By next week, we will have earned lots of money. Or they will not have been married by next year. Will he have learned all information about this job by May? ¿Habrá aprendido toda la información acerca de este trabajo a mayo? That is going to be the future perfect tense. What do you think? Easy, right? Future perfect. The future perfect tense is used to say what will happen by a certain time. Yes, doctors will have cured cancer by 2050. Bye, bye. Bye, always there. How we are going to be creating this conjugating the verb have in future? Habremos created and another step, no? We are going to create the past participle of the second verb in dropping the R here. Hablar, hablar, and so on. His father will have come home before she graduates. I am going to have finished this test before 10 a.m. As you can see, we can be having will or going to, depending. And this is the future perfect. But now it is time that you practice with this that I have. So, my beautifuls, what do you think? What was easy? What's so difficult? I didn't get it. I got it. What? Cool, right? Don't worry, little by little, because we were talking about 3 tenses today. Past perfect, progressive, and also future perfect. Future perfect, yes, because indeed, let me tell you that you are going to be using it a lot really, but it is super important that we know the topic and that we can start doing it, using it in the correct way. My beautiful students, remember that if you have any question, any situation, let me know, and I'm going to be helping you. It was a super pleasure to be with you today. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.